The City of Ekurhuleni has extended the deadline for nearly 400 officers who received pre-termination letters on Monday. The EMPD officers had 48 hours to make written representations on why they should not be fired. They were slapped with the letters after embarking on an unlawful strike that led to the blockage of major highways in the city. Scara Mafokoane is in Germiston and joins us now live. A bit of a reprieve, Scara, albeit it's going to be a very short one.
It is, Bravuyo, and good afternoon to the viewers. 48 hours that the members of the EMPD, the 389 members, have been given till they make those written submissions as to why they should not be fired. But the mayor speaking to us earlier during that briefing, which the briefing ended a short while ago, Bravuyo, two things coming out of that briefing: consequence management and their engagements with the unions. But let me bring in somebody who speaks on behalf of the city, Pagamile Mbengashe. You've effectively granted an additional 48 hours for those members to make representation. What is it that you hope to achieve in the next 48 hours that you haven't achieved yet in the previous 48 hours?
Good afternoon, Scara. Just to give some context, there was a meeting between the city, led by the executive mayor and SAMU, and in that meeting we just ventilated some of the issues and some of their concerns, and they requested an additional 48 hours on behalf of their members. So all 389 were granted that 48 hours, and now the submissions are due on 9th of May.
Let's talk consequence management. You are looking at 389 submissions. Surely that's going to be a tedious process, time frames, and that consequence management. How much time do you think you will have to sift through all the submissions, and given the amount of evidence that you say you have against these members?
Look, first and foremost, the city was very clear from the onset is that we cannot tolerate lawlessness and we cannot tolerate misconduct by our employees. Second of all, I think you must put things into context. The march happened in March. The protest happened in March. We're now in May. So the whole time we've been gathering evidence, which we got from drone footage, from CCTV footage, and we've been analyzing it and packaging it. That's how we were able to identify 389. So now we're going to go on each case, merit, each case by case. There's no blanket approach, and then there will be an outcome on each individual through the disciplinary process.
What's the worst case scenario that could happen to some of the members of the EMPD?
Look, it was a pre-dismissal notice. I think that would be the case. But also in the broader context, SAPS during the illegal protest had opened cases across the city in relation to the stoppage of traffic and branding of firearms to civilians.
How has the impact been on the city in terms of we're talking now crime combating and traffic law enforcement, since the 389 members are not on duty?
Look, 80% of the force is on duty. We also have a memorandum of understanding with the South African Police Service. It was signed with the Minister of Police. So they're also assisting us in augmenting some of our shortfalls during this short period. But we are confident that crime fighting is on par. There are no issues. And once this process is done, we hope we'll stabilize. We also have a EMPD Academy. We're expecting some new recruits to get on the force soon. So we are confident that we'll be able to protect our citizens during this period.
Just lastly, Ndate Mbengashe, these members say they were protesting for working conditions and salary adjustments. Are you finding each other so far with the unions?
Look, we have established forums like the local labor forum, our LLF, and the nice thing is that we are engaging with our two recognized unions, that's SAMU and IMATU, and we will find each other over some time, but you know, negotiations, they take time, they take patience and understanding, but we are confident that we will find one another.
Thank you very much, Pagamile Mbengashe. He speaks on behalf of the city. What's coming out of that, Bravuyo? The city saying that they've granted that 48 hours. They have sifted through some evidence, including drone footage of some members. So you can imagine, Bravuyo, 389 of members and evidence which they have to sift through. But At worst, they're saying, the mayor is telling us that they would not hesitate firing some members because they utilize municipal cars, municipal issued firearms to threaten some of those who were on those highways. Bravo.
Scara Mafokoane in Germiston.